Hey guys, and welcome to the video. So today I'd like to talk to you about why I think that intermittent fasting is a lazy way to lose weight. And to explain that, let's quickly talk about how fat loss works. Basically, to lose weight, you eat less than your body needs, creating a deficit of calories, which creates an energy gap in your daily energy needs. This means that some of your daily energy is gonna come from your body fat stores. And over time, this will mean you lose weight. And there is no magical special diet. This is how all diets work. Even though they don't usually talk about it, the diet you're doing will try and create a calorie deficit. They just do it in different ways. So for example, the keto diet gets you to cut out carbs, so you're not eating things like chocolate, pizza, ice cream, cookies. So it's a lot easier to lose weight. You also drop a load of water on the diet as well. Slimming World gets you to control your calories by counting points and sins. Shake and juice diets get you to replace a meal or two with a low calorie drink. So again, you're reducing your calories. And of course, calorie counting gets you to weigh food and log the calories in it. And again, there's no magic to these, and intermittent fasting is just the same. What it does is get you to control the window of time where you're allowed to eat in a day. So hopefully you end up reducing your calories. And the most popular type of intermittent fasting is the 16-8 format, where you fast for 16 hours and only have an 8-hour eating window. So for most people, this translates to skipping breakfast, having first meal at lunchtime, and then having dinner as well. Before I go on, if you're enjoying this video, take a moment to subscribe so you see all future videos that I post and you don't miss out on any valuable information. So I've said controversially that intermittent fasting is a lazy way to lose weight. I'm all down for easy ways to lose weight. However, as with most things, nothing good often comes easy. And the same with intermittent fasting. It just doesn't work long term for most people. Here are 6 reasons why I don't recommend intermittent fasting to my clients. Number 1 is the all or nothing mindset. This is really common with a lot of diets and comes from perfectionism. Basically, when you're able to do the diet perfectly, you do it. And when you're not able to do it perfectly, you do nothing at all. So you're either totally on the diet or totally off the diet. You don't trust yourself around food, so there's nothing in between. Fasting is attractive as a diet because it introduces one rule and one rule only of the eating window. And this is quick and easy to understand and very easy to learn. You don't really need to think much to be able to do the diet day to day. So if you don't trust yourself around food, this is a very attractive diet because it's almost like a law of you're either eating or you're not eating anything at all. A lot of people I speak to have a little bit of something and then they just can't stop. So this rule helps with that kind of emotional eating. However, by following rules to diet, like fasting, you are avoiding the real work that needs to be done to lose weight long term. You're avoiding having to think and make decisions. You're avoiding having to make mistakes that you learn from. Life is unpredictable and it involves making a lot of decisions. If you never expose yourself to those decisions and learn how to do them, you're never going to know how to when you really need to. So that's the big problem here with the all or nothing mindset. While you can do it, fasting will probably work for you. But what happens in situations when you're not able to? Or let's say you do reach your goal, you're not magically then going to know how to eat in a healthy way because you've not learned. And very few people continue the diet when they've reached their goal. Take a second now, pause the video and comment with what you think about this. And you may have heard the saying, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. The same is true for weight loss. It's what you learn and who you become during the process that determines your success and how you feel at the end. You completely miss out on this if you do intermittent fasting. Number 2, intermittent fasting is particularly bad if you emotionally eat. When I had my emotional eating issues, I do fasting to save up calories. I even did 36-hour fasts so I could save up enough calories to have a big binge and not put on weight. This was a very unhealthy strategy, but I was using it to hide my problem. And restricting foods like you do with fasting can make binging worse because you end up thinking about them more. So when you do have them, just like with detoxes, you end up going overboard and eating way more than you would have otherwise. Number 3, fasting doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna lose weight. Even if you do fast, you're still able to eat too much and put on weight. This is often seen in the Muslim period of Ramadan, where they fast during the daylight and then in the evening have their food. And many people end up eating more calories than they would have otherwise and end up putting on weight, even getting diseases like diabetes. So basically they're eating all the calories they missed out on during the day and more. because some people get extra hungry with fasting, they end up eating bigger portion sizes without even realizing it and end up negating any of the effects of doing the fasting anyway. Number 4, you're not fixing the real problem. So weight gain is often a symptom of other issues. So you may have accidentally taught your brain that food is a quick and easy way to change the way you feel. So unless you undo that programming, the weight will always return. No amount of fasting or food manipulation is going to help you lose weight long term if you're only working on the symptom and not the cause of it. What are your thoughts? Pause the video and comment below with what you think. So in actual fact, intermittent fasting or any other diet similar is just plastering over the problem and not working on the root cause. So imagine you go to the doctor with a headache and they give you some paracetamol to get rid of that headache. If it was a more serious problem and the headache keeps coming back, those paracetamol are just going to hide that problem. Same with weight loss. You can lose weight, but if certain behavioral problems are causing you to gain weight, it's going to be a losing battle. Number 5, you may end up lacking certain nutrients when you do fasting. One common nutrient I see people lacking is protein. Because you're having fewer meals, you end up having less protein total in your day. This can have detrimental effects for fat loss. So number 1, being hungrier throughout the day. And number 2, losing lean body mass, so having more of that skinny fat look. And number 6, you feel so now, but will your motivation always be there to do fasting? You weren't motivated to do fasting before you put on weight. So why do you feel in the future, if you reach your goal, you'll be motivated to continue with it? As with a lot of things, if the motivation to put effort in goes away, so too does the motivation to do it. So you often give up on the diet when you feel better about your body. To prove this to yourself, think about a diet you've done in the past, and then when you lost a bit of weight, what happened with that diet? You stopped doing it because it was an effort, right? And the point here is you're not actually learn anything while doing fasting. You're not learn how to eat and deal with life. So when you do go back to old eating habits, these were the eating habits which made you put on weight, so you end up putting weight back on again. So these are some of the reasons I don't recommend using fasting to lose weight. Again, of course, you can lose weight with any diet, but ask yourself, am I going to be able to do this long term, realistically? And also ask yourself, have you actually addressed the real problem, or are you working on the symptoms of the problem? For a lot of people, weight gain is a symptom of other problems. The root causes are emotional eating, which is often caused by extra stress in your life, quite often caused by poor emotional states. So your body has learned that food is a quick and easy way to change the way you feel. So you get these urges and cravings around food. So it's very difficult to go in one direction with the diet all the time because you're pulled back all the time by these cravings and need to eat nice foods. So if this is you, weight loss is always going to be a battle where you lose a bit of weight, put it back on, lose a bit of weight, put it back on. And this is what happens to so many people I speak to. And before I go, I know if you're watching this video, you may be struggling with weight loss. So I have for you a free video training on how to solve emotional eating and lose weight for good. If you would like that, I have placed a link to grab it right there in the description below. But for now, I will see you in the next video.